Let's go over the best method to sign 5 and 4 stars as a 1-star school that's not in a great location like Old Dominion. I have another video that's going to be similar to this one. And in that video, I kind of got some comments saying, well, you went with Florida Atlantic. It's kind of easy to recruit in that area. And we signed a few different 4 stars, a few different 5 stars. It had a great time. But let's do Old Dominion and really show you guys that it does not matter the program. You could use this method to sign 4 and 5 stars. If y'all like this style of content, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I got a bunch of different videos on my channel. I got my Temple University rebuild, Dynasty. We're just entering year 3, so make sure y'all check all that out as well. All right, so let's go over to recruiting, and let's see what 5 stars we could even go after, man. And we have a list. Okay, we have a solid amount we go after. Not many with pipeline boosts, but we want to be sure to add. We got this 4 pipeline boosts. That's crucial. We want to be sure to add those guys. And then we're just going to add, some of these players and try to go after them, man. Try to go after, see how many we could get. And we'll add, I don't want to add every single 5 star. And then we're going to add some 4 stars. And we're going to add some 4 stars that we really have the pipeline boost for. And, see if we get able to get a few of these guys. Because we got to play to our strengths, man. We a small program. And, we're not going to add every single 5 star. And we're going to go over to recruiting. And we're not going to scout these guys, man. We're not going to scout these guys. And kind of my thought process behind that, I'll offer them all a scholarship. But like, why would we scout a 5-star player when we're a 1-star school, man? Like, we know this is going to be a good player. Like, we know for a fact, even if he busts, like, we know he's still going to be good enough to play on our roster. And he probably will be good enough to start day 1 or at least play day 1. Especially these 5 stars and even with these 4 stars, man. Some of these 4-star busts, they still go play day 1 on your team. So I wouldn't even scout them. The 4 stars, depending on the program, depending on the player, I may scout them. In this situation, I'm not scouting no one, man. I'm just offering everyone a scholarship, and then I'm going to advance. So I'm not going to use all my hours for this week. And let's see, how many 5 stars did we add to the board? So we added 11 5 stars to the board, and we're going to go after a few of them. And let's actually, we're gonna go after a few of them. I was thinking about adding more 5 stars, but no point. Let's just go with these. How many we got on the board right now, and see if we could get 1, 2, maybe even 3. And let me just go through, my recruiting method. So we advanced the week, and I'm coming over to recruiting, and like immediately I see, this guy right here. Every school is offering him a scholarship. We're gonna put the 50 hours in him anyway because he's from Maryland. And we do have the pipeline boost, man. I'm going to go through and really, I see this guy right here. We don't have a pipeline boost, but I only see, Georgia offer him a scholarship, and I'm interested. This quarterback right here, scrambler, athlete. I only see North Carolina offer him a scholarship. I'm definitely going at the guy like that, man. And, definitely some of these under-recruited 5 stars, I won't have any issue going at there. And, like, even some of these 4 stars, I want to go after some of these 4 stars, but we won't. Because the whole purpose of this is mainly to go after 5 stars and then 4 stars later. And let's see, who else I want to go after? We'll go after this guy right here out of Florida. Put the 50 hours on him. Anyone else I really care about, man? Anyone else? We'll go after this guy right here, wide receiver. Why not? We don't have a pipeline boost, but he's not being super recruited. And we can send 2 more houses. And we already have a quarterback, so we won't go after that guy. But we have an athlete, old lineman. I don't love athlete, old lineman. But we do have the pipeline boost, so we'll put the 50 hours there as well. And then my last 50, I'll just go ahead and throw it on this D tackle, who we do have the pipeline. It's only a 1 pipeline boost, but he also has so many scholarships. But that's what we're using our 50 hours on. And let's advance. But I do want to make sure I state, like, I wouldn't recommend going after this many 5 stars as a 1-star school. I wouldn't recommend this many. I'll recommend 1, 2, maybe 3 as a small school, and then the rest just being all 4 stars. And then once you're at the point where, you're either all out on the 4 and 5 stars, Then I'll go at the 3-stars later in the year and during the transfer portal in the offseason, because it's super easy to get 3-star recruits during the transfer portal and offseason, and really throughout the whole year, man. It's super easy to get 3-stars. So I would just go after these 5-stars from the start. And a guy like this, we move up to 9th on this board, but we knew, every school offered him a scholarship and we might not have a chance, and we didn't. So we moved him from the board. We wasn't able to get into that race. Same thing here. We move at the 9th. He locks us out. That's fine. We'll use our 50 hours somewhere else. But we do get into the mix with some of these guys, man. This guy right here, I damn near want to remove him from my board, man. In a normal situation, I would remove this guy from my board expeditiously, man, because Georgia looks like they're going to dominate this recruitment. He's a number 5 player in the nation. But like a guy like this, we actually kind of have a chance for, because we're in 2nd and then we actually made some progress. So I feel like we got a little bit of chance there. So I would definitely keep some of these other guys on the board. And let's go after another one of these 5-stars. And actually, I want to come back over to the prospect list. And one thing I like to do is, during these early weeks, look at the 5-stars and then also the 4-stars and see who's not heavily being recruited, man. Who's not being recruited that heavily and we might be able to get into the race for. And it's one guy with 3 scholarships. And, if we was able to get into the race for this guy, I certainly would. Because it looked like he's not that heavily being recruited. Another guy like this, he's nowhere near his top 8. I definitely would go after this guy if we didn't have the deal breaker of championship contender. But we got this cornerback right here. He want to stay close to home. Close to home is an A- for us. So we're going to add him. And we're going to try to go after him. The guys is trying to get me a play 2K. I'm not doing it. But we're going to offer him a scholarship. Then we're going to put the 50 hours on him. See if we're able to get involved. And we're going to go ahead and remove some of these other guys that, we didn't even go after. And we have 50 hours left or 45 hours left to use. And let's go after this other 5-star quarterback and see if we're able to get in the run-in. We might not be able to, but we're going to at least try here. And we got 5 hours left over. Anywhere we could use them, yes, we could use them on. Let's go with this North Carolina guy because I feel like we have a solid chance of getting him. And let's advance. All right, so we advanced, and we're looking okay, man. We did make some progress on this guy from Florida that Georgia is heavy pursuing. This free safety, we move up to number 2, and the top guy is Georgia Tech, so I feel like we could compete a little bit with that, man. We take the lead for the free safety, for the athlete quarterback, number 7 player in the nation, and North Carolina is not heavily pursuing them. And yeah, hopefully we're really able to get that guy. I think we probably have one of the better chances of getting a guy like that. And let's also look at some of these other players. Then we still looking good. This guy right here, the cornerback, we're gonna try to get into the race for him, man. We're gonna try this guy right here. We're gonna remove the 40 hours, and then we're gonna put the center house. You want to put as many hours in as possible on these guys, man. We're gonna put the 50 here. And once these guys hit their top 5, then we're able to hard sell them and schedule them on visits. And we need to get that hard sell off as soon as possible. And honestly, some guys we won't even be able to hard sell, sadly. But we'll get there when we get there. So we advance another week. We take the lead for the free safety. And, Georgia Tech did not put many hours into him this week. This guy, he hit his top 5, man. He hit his top 5. We can't hard sell him. His deal breaker is coach prestige. But we don't have any of his other motivations. You could guess it. I don't guess it. Especially as a small school, I won't guess it. Then we also take this lead for this wide receiver. We're competing with Ole Miss. I couldn't get it out for some reason. Ole Miss. We're competing with them. But yeah, damn. I don't know if we ever will be able to hard sell this guy. Actually, I could do the math here and really find out. And if y'all want to know how to do the math to find out when it's better to hard sell or keep center house on, I'll drop the video down below. And it's a video I made. Y'all want to go to about 2 minutes in the video and watch that portion. And it'll really explain, when to hard sell versus when to center house. And that's really only for smaller programs that a lot of their grades are not great. So for a guy like this, I could do the math on him because we have 2 of his motivations, which is staying close to home, conference prestige, and then once you look at deal breaker, you see his 3rd motivation, which is coach prestige, and then also conference prestige. I think I said coach prestige twice, but so we know all 3 of his motivations, but just gotta wait till he hit his top 5, then we could put that on. We take the lead for this other guy. This is the center, or excuse me, the athlete that could play center and also on the D line. And then this 5-star corner, we're trying to make up ground, trying to get into the race on that one. And then this 5-star quarterback, we also trying to get in the race for this one. And I think we can, man. I think we can. And we're gonna continue to advance. Not much we could do here. Like I said, we could put this guy on a visit, but I think we would kind of be wasting hours, man. I think we'd be wasting hours because I think this is a tough recruitment to really win. Because if Georgia wants this guy, they will get this guy. He's a top 5 player. I think it is easier to get, some of these players that's, around the 30s or 20s, but a top 5 player in the whole nation is tough to get, man, especially as a 1-star program. So we advance another week, and, this is why we don't put a guy like this on a visit, because look how much his bar jumped. We don't have a chance here, man. We don't have a chance. Even if we put him on the visit went well, he's going to commit ASAP. And this is perfect because we could remove this guy off the board, and now we could save our hours. We'll remove the 50, and now we can save our hours, and now we could use it to put a guy like this on a visit that I think we actually have a very good chance of getting. And we also could hard sell him, and let me put him on a visit as soon as possible, which is going to be Texas State. And my whole thought process when I'm putting guys on visits, I don't want to do a bye week because the bye week, you're not gaining anything, man. And, for this example right here, Texas State, if we win this game, the visit will go very well, man, especially if we dominate them boys. And then if we lose, we'll lose, one negative arrow down, whatever that really means. But, we have a good chance against this guy, especially if we win this week 8. And, but, for example, a guy like this, we put him on a visit, he would never even get to that visit, man. He's not last until week 8. He's getting off the board as soon as possible. So we're going to go ahead and schedule the visit for this guy. We're going to sell him on staying close to home, and that's perfect, man. That's one of the highest grades. And then we also, let me do the math real quick, and let me see if it's worth paying this guy on the hard sell. So actually, I realized we can't even put this guy on the hard sell because we don't know his real motivation. It's either academic prestige or athletic facilities between these two. I'm hoping it's academic prestige because it's slightly better with the D+. But once we do, figure out his last motivation, we'll put him on a visit. And let's see, we could also put this guy on a visit, but do we have our hours? We got to put the hard sell back on this guy, and we won't have any more hours to put this guy on a visit. So we'll put him on a visit next week, which is fine, not a big deal. And this guy, we're in second place still. I feel kind of good about that one as well, man. As long as Georgia don't come involved or Florida. But, knowing this game, they'll come involved at some point, and they'll come involved at the worst possible moment for us. But we got 10 extra hours. Let's go ahead and throw them on our athlete that I believe we have the best chance to get. All right, so I did the math for this guy, and the hard sell will be a slight bit better than the center house. So we'll put it on, and, now we'll schedule a visit for another guy. Let's see who we want to put on the visit. Let's see here, man. We could do this quarterback, but we already have a quarterback we bringing in. We could do this guy. We could also put him on a hard sell, staying close to home. So I know I could never hard sell a guy like this, man. His staying close to home is a F. And even his playing style A, it's still gonna be tough to hard sell a guy like that, because the points won't match up, man. The points won't add up to where the hard sell, or excuse me, the center house would outdo the hard sell. So in this situation, the center house will always be better. And you could think about putting the sway option on. For me personally, the sway, when you're a small school going after these top prospects, the sway is tough to put on for me, because once you do the sway, you don't gain influence from the sway, man. That's not what the sway is for. The sway is for more so once trying to change their hard sell, trying to change their motivations, but you don't really gain much points from putting that sway on, much influence. So I feel like it's kind of just setting you back. And then especially when our whole mindset is we need to get ahead and we need to stay ahead on these recruits. And you put the sway on and it sets you back. So we're actually gonna put the center house, or excuse me, the visit on for this free safety, because I feel like we do have a solid chance of getting him as well. And we can't hard sell him just yet, and I don't think we'll ever be able to hard sell him just because it won't be worth it. But we're going to keep plucking along, man. And then we have 10 more hours left. Let's pit 5 on the athlete, and let's put the last 5 on. Let's see here. Last 5 on a guy like this guy, wide receiver, and then we're gonna advance. All right, man. So we put this guy on the visit, but we just might be in trouble, man. Florida has now came involved, man. They now have put some hours in them. They have that 6-tier pipeline boost. It's gonna be hard to compete with that, man. This guy, we already got out on him, but you know, Georgia, he's about to go to Georgia, man. But for this guy, we're still looking good, man. We're still looking good, and we got the hard sell on him. It's doing this thing, and we can schedule another visit. I'm thinking we do this wide receiver. I was considering paying him on the visit last week. We could also do this guy right here, and you know, we might need to do him. I think it needs to be him because he is the closest to committing, and yeah, he's a little bit closer than the wide receiver. So let's actually put the athlete on the visit, and we're going to put him on that same visit against Texas State. And we know we got to do, hopefully, we probably could do playing time, but we don't know his last motivation. So we're just going to do coach prestige, which we actually know he cares about. And we're going to hope that gets the job done. And then we're going to advance another week. All right, so we advanced another week. We're still at a good point, man. And I think we're going to win this recruitment, man. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but I think we're going to win that recruitment. This guy right here, wide receiver, I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think we lose that recruitment, man, honestly. I think we just lose that recruitment. We could put the hard sell on them, and it'll be worth it. Like, I just did the math real quick in my head. It'll be worth it to do this hard sell. So we're just going to put that on for him. And hopefully that does something. I think we also going to put him on a visit, man. I think we're going to put him on a visit. Let me just look through, see if anyone else needs to go on a visit. This guy needs to go on a visit if we want to get him. But, and then also this quarterback. We just might be out on this quarterback right here, man. We already going at the other one. We might just be out on a guy like that. It's tough. It's tough. You can't get everyone. And you're going to lose recruitments, man. You're going to lose recruitments doing this method. But the whole goal, like I said, is to get 1 or 2 of these guys. And, you know, that's just the whole goal. So a guy like this, we're going to try the hard sell. You know, the center house is not doing much at all. And honestly, in a normal situation, I would just get out on this guy, man, because I know Georgia is going to come in and dominate that recruitment. I would get out on a guy like that. But we're going to keep in on it for now just because, you know, it's not a real rebuild, man. We here for educational purposes more so. So we're going to put this guy on a visit for a week, for the same week. It's a complimentary visit, but for the same week that everyone else come in, that's going to be that Texas State game. And we're going to sell him on staying close to home. We already got the hard sell on him. We got 25 hours left over, and I'm thinking about pitting in contact family and friends and really going all out for this wide receiver, man. Really going all out for him. If he commits after this week, we're in trouble. We need him to last to the following week. We're 0-5. Damn. We're 0-5, man. Old Dominion is not doing very good right now. All right, so back in, and we're in an interesting spot, man. I think, like I said, I think we're winning this recruitment, man. I keep saying it. I think we have this athlete guy in the bag. This guy right here, we need an absolute great visit to come back and win this recruitment. I think we have a small chance, but we need an absolutely great visit. Same thing with this guy right here, man. We need a phenomenal visit, and that's the only way we really could win that recruitment. This guy right here, oh, man, we got to put him on a visit as soon as possible, and we'll do that. We'll schedule him for week 9. And we'll sell him on staying close to home. We already have the hard sell on him. But, yeah, we just got to hope that visit goes really well. This guy, I should get out on. And, you know, should I get out on him? I think we're fine. I don't have anyone else out of these 5 stars that really, you know, everyone already got their visit off. This is the only guy that's not on the visit yet. But I don't think we'll win that recruitment. But I think we'll walk away with at least 1, maybe 2 of these guys in the end, maybe 2. But we need this visit to go well. All right, so there you have it, man. We do get a quarterback. We get the 5-star. I believe this is is the athlete quarterback that looked really good. So we do get a top commit, and we do get another one, man. We do get another top commit, another 5-star athlete. And this is the center that I wasn't sure we was going to get or not. And we don't get the wide receiver. It looks like he does commit to Ole Miss. But, damn, that one went all the way down to the wire. But we walk away with 2 5-stars. And, you know, at this point, I'll start going after some 4-stars, after some 3-stars. Because, you know, the 3-stars are super easy to get, man. And it looks like we won that game against North Texas. And that really helped us, man. That really helped us get, you know, some of these recruits. And we have a small chance of getting a guy like this. I don't think we'll get him just because we can't hard sell him. And, you know, we had him on a visit, and we barely took the lead over on Florida. So I don't think we'll get a guy like that. Let's see. Anyone else we have a chance for? This guy? No. This recruitment is over. I believe so, yeah. He does come on a visit next week, but we're going to advance one more week and just see if we're able to get another guy. This guy right here, nope, no. We're not getting that quarterback, but I knew that a while ago. But we're just going to go back to the prospect list, and I kind of just want to show y'all pretty much my method of adding some of these 4-stars now. So now I'll add some of these guys that's under-recruited, and then I'll also go to the 3-stars, start adding some of these 3-stars that are interested in us. And then, like, just look how many it is, man. You have so many 3-stars that you could just go after at this point. And, you know, you won't run out of recruits, man. And even if you bring in, I said, my idea is to bring in, like, a recruiting class of, you know, 20 to 25 when I'm doing a method like this. And also, like I said, when I'm doing this method, I'm going after more 4-stars than 5-stars. But here, I went after a lot of 5-stars just to show y'all you can do it. But, my whole idea is to bring in about 20 to 25 athletes and all just high-level good players, man. All players that's going to play pretty soon because, like I said, I like players that I could play with very quickly in my franchise, in my dynasty. I don't want to have to wait 2-3 years for a 2-star to development than for him to see the field, man. For me personally, it's fun when I recruit a guy and able to play with him his freshman year right away. So that's why I go after a lot of these top guys, and it helps your team, man. Your team is going to get a lot better, you know, going after these guys that's coming out as a 70-something overall instead of going after a 2-star that's going to come out as a 59 or 58 or something crazy like that. But yeah, man. So that's kind of pretty much the whole method. If y'all made it this far in the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Make sure y'all check out some other things on my channel. I got the temple rebuild, but we're gonna end the video right there with our 2 5-star commitments. But appreciate y'all for watching. We on to the next one.